General Lee sees an opportunity, hoping to take Culp's Hill in a morning assault. He adds 3 brigades to bolster his left, but General Meade has ordered the return of the 5 brigades that left Culp's Hill to aid Sickles. Bolstered by a stream of reinforcements, Lee is badly outnumbered. For 7 hours, the battle rages. Initial Union attacks are stymied, including an ill-fated move near Spangler's Spring. But by 11 a.m., the Union numbers weigh too heavily, and the Confederates are forced out of their captured entrenchments. Lee now orders a massive assault upon the Union center. General George Pickett leads the only fresh division in Lee's army, and he forms the core of the attack under Longstreet's command. Meade is ready, having anticipated such a move the night before. He is the first Union Army commander to decisively outguess Robert E. Lee. At 1 p.m., Lee bombards the Union defenses, hoping to soften them up. Meade responds, and together, they create the largest artillery barrage in the Western Hemisphere. Ultimately, Lee's bombardment fails. Nevertheless, Pickett's attack commences at 3 p.m. 12,000 men emerge from Seminary Ridge. They must cross 1 mile of open ground. Union artillery opens at long range and tears gaps in the Confederate line. Meade orders more than 20,000 reinforcements to converge upon the center. Ohio, New York, and Vermont troops position themselves upon the flank of the Confederate advance. The Confederates are moving into a great pincer of Yankees. The Southerners enter rifle range, and fewer than half cross the Emmitsburg Road. But with second and third line troops coming up, some manage to breach the Union position. A ferocious melee ensues. As tens of thousands of Union reinforcements arrive, the Confederate attackers dwindle. Lee's men don't stand a chance. Those who cross the stone wall are either killed or captured. Lee's great moment of opportunity has become his greatest defeat, by far. Scarcely half of the men who made the attack return to Seminary Ridge. Lee has lost, but remains on the field. He hopes to repulse a counterattack on July 4th to even the odds. Meade does not take the bait. That night, Lee pulls back through the mountains to the Potomac River. His lumbering wagon train of wounded is miles long. Meade plans to attack, but Lee's river position is too strong. The Army of Northern Virginia, beaten as it had never been beaten before, moves back into Virginia, and the war will go on another 21 months. In the battle's wake, Gettysburg is a place of horror. Wounded soldiers outnumber citizens by more than 12 to 1. Every home, church, and farm becomes a hospital. Most of the dead are buried near where they fell. Some are tossed into rocky chasms. Others lay exposed to the elements. Local citizens thought that Union soldiers should be buried in some organized fashion on the battlefield they had won. Thus, the first national cemetery on a battlefield was born. 3,512 Union soldiers are moved from their battlefield graves to the new Soldiers' National Cemetery. As the work progresses, organizers hold a dedication ceremony on November 19, 1863. 15,000 people attend. Edward Everett is the main speaker. President Abraham Lincoln delivers a few appropriate remarks. The Gettysburg Address. In 2 minutes, Lincoln covers the history of the Republic, the raging war, the need to continue the fight, and lays out a vision for the future. It stands among the greatest speeches in American history.
Now we are engaged in a great civil war.
His words give increased purpose to the loss of life in evidence, a sacrifice that would be necessary in ever greater numbers, in hundreds of hallowed places yet unnamed, with the hope that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.